Hey guys, and welcome back to Jillian Plays. Today I'm doing part 2 of the Seduce Me, the Otome game. And we're just gonna head right on we're just gonna hit this off with hitting him.
How? You're just being violent now!
No, I'm not. You deserved it. Anyway, if you try to pull any funny business in the future, just a fair warning, I know Taekwondo. I've been bickering enough. Time to get back to the main issue. So, what exactly are all of you doing in my house?
Miss, please forgive us in our intrusion. We didn't know this abode belonged to anyone, nor did we have the time to take that into consideration.
I like him. What do you mean? You don't just barge into people's homes.
We wouldn't have had to if we weren't as wounded as we are currently. We just escaped from a deadly fight that could have ended our lives. Luckily for us, your home was near and the windows were unlocked, so we quickly came inside.
The last time I remember, there were laws preventing strangers from stepping onto private property. Although, considering the severity of their wounds, it had to be serious. I guess that explains the wounds, but not why he kissed me. He had absolutely no right to do that.
Well, lovely flustered lady, it's hard to explain, truly. We're not exactly normal.
Not normal? Were you guys demons or something? I asked, almost jokingly. Almost. But the boys seemed to take my question differently.
Well, yeah, actually, something like that.
We're incubi, miss. Demons who consume and use sexual energy of humans to survive.
Incubi? The fabled demons that existed to haunt humans and make them sex-crazed monsters? The mythical beings that could look like anyone just to get into your pants? The imaginary monsters who you only saw in movies or on TV?
Hello? Did you hear him?
We're telling the truth.
Do you think she's still processing it?
Yes, and she'll understand right about...
Right. It was funny while it lasted, but it's time to cut the joke short. Incubuses don't exist. There was no way they existed. That would be particularly impossible.
Ahem. Incubi is the correct plural form. And yes, we do exist.
Prove it. Why did you say those words? As soon as the words left my mouth, I instantly regretted them. Yep.
Very well. Eric, go ahead.
And they are proud to do so. Oh, God.
Very well.
You're the one I feared. Oh.
My sweet,
no.
You're so tempting with such non-belief. Let me ease your mind with a tender kiss. I promise you'll enjoy every minute of it.
Could we not?
And maybe you'll even want more.
Could we not, though? Could we not? Ah! Okay. What? No. Nope. I'm out. Nope, I can't. Nope. Okay. Once again, I was lost in a pool of common serenity. Staring into Eric's eyes, I felt a wave of heat course through my chest and onto my face, panting, my cheeks red in their... Wait. I couldn't help but nod and agree to his offer. Yeah, okay. What the fuck is up with these moans? What? Oh, this is gonna give me a bad time. No, it's gonna give me a bad time. With another kiss, my heart began to flutter once again in my chest, and my mind was sent spinning in a heated, passion-filled pleasure. Yet I could feel my body drain of energy as he kissed me.
All right, that's enough.
Aw, very well. I feel so much better.
Oh, God. As he pulled away, I was left in a mental mush pool. Yeah! Fucking really! I felt weak in the knees, despite my will demanding me to stand straight in front of the boys before me. The world around me began to spin as I tried to speak. I think I'm going to...
Where are our manners? I'm James, and these are my brothers. Sam, Eric, Matthew, and Damien.
Miss, are you okay? Shit. She fainted.
Yep. And that's how I would have been in real life. No way. No way am I gonna be able to do that shit. I couldn't believe it. Incubi? Real? It all spun around in my head until I saw only black. Floating in the darkness, my mind kept replaying the scene over and over again, reminding me my body of the touch of the incubi's lips against mine. However, I began to feel the smooth silk around me and my eyelids unwillingly open. Where? I awoke to find myself in an unfamiliar place. Where was Mom? Dad? I was pretty sure this wasn't my room. Oh wait, I lived at my grandfather's house now. Of course it would be unfamiliar. I rubbed my eyes and surveyed my surroundings. I was still in a clothes that I arrived at my house in, but I was laying in a silk-covered bed. I remembered coming in the afternoon, so why was I nighttime already? Suppressing a yawn, I stretched my arms. Maybe I should order some food for delivery? I was feeling pretty hungry. I was about to sit up, but then suddenly I realized I wasn't alone.
You're awake.
Oh, huh? Since when was he standing there, and who the heck is he? A guy in my bedroom? There's no way. Sorry, I think I was saying my thoughts aloud. Why was I apologizing to a stranger who only said 2 words since I woke up? Wait, he looked eerily familiar. Then it all came back to me. Incubus. He was an incubus. He and his brothers came here for refuge, and 2 of them kissed me, and when I fainted, and then somehow things came to this. Oh! He was leaning against the far wall looking at me. My heart began to race as I thought of the endless list of possibilities this situation brought me. I hated the thought of being under an incubus's power, especially in a bedroom. No, I think I'm gonna just be calm about this. Oh, I like his design. It's so cute. I took a deep breath. I was sure that if any of them wanted to take advantage of me, they would have already. Yeah, I'm awake now.
That's good.
I saw a small form of a smile on his face, which made me blush a bit. Why, though? One thing still concerned me, though.
I'm not going to use my powers on you.
Huh? How?
I can read minds. It's an ability I was born with. Each of us has a different ability, outside of our usual mind-altering powers.
Oh, cool. Great. Even more surprises. I grew even more worried about the situation I was in. I see. How long have I been asleep?
For a few hours. It's already gotten quite dark outside.
Well, where are the others?
My brothers are downstairs, cleaning up the blood from the lobby floor.
Oh.
And making you dinner as an apology.
Oh, so sweet. Oh, okay. That's unexpectedly sweet.
Oh, it's the least we can do after invading your home, and 2 of us using our powers on you.
You've got a point. Right, I had forgotten about that. It still irked me that they had practically taken advantage of me at that point. Even if they were demons, it was pretty rude to demonstrate their powers by kissing me. I wasn't some kind of human plaything. All of this seemed pretty unreal. It was like something out of those romance novels that Naomi sometimes reads. I wish I could have just went back to sleep and forgotten about all this. Maybe I should have just called the police on them. Then I would never have landed myself in this situation.
Do you feel well enough to get out of bed?
Yeah, I think so. Whoa!
Trust me, I won't let you go.
Oh, he's so sweet! Oh, he's so adorable! Oh, I don't know if I should go after James or Damien first. Oh, I don't know. I'm pulled. My heart. Okay. I'm not so sure about this.
I promise.
Okay, I trust you.
Good.
My heart. I was speechless. He was carrying me as if I weighed nothing. He was so strong.
Thank you.
Oh, you're so cheeky. Okay. Oh yeah, I forgot.
It's all right. I'm used to it.
I decided to close my mouth for the time being so that I wouldn't weird him out or make things more awkward than they already were. Well, he didn't seem to mind carrying me or listening to me talk, so at least things weren't too strange. Damien seemed very quiet and calm about everything, especially with the situation we were in. However, there was a sort of longing in his eyes when he looked at me that wasn't lustful. It was more in admiration. Once we reached the lobby, I decided I left well enough to walk on my own. As strong as he was, it was like he was carrying nothing. I didn't want him to carry me everywhere. Yeah, that would be mortifying. Thanks for carrying me, but I think I can walk by myself now. Not saying anything. Not saying that I didn't like it. I mean, I liked it, not in a weird way, of course. It's not like I got carried away all the time. What I'm trying to say is that it was really nice of you to do that. I started to fumble over my words again real smooth.
It's no problem. I'll be heading to the dining room then.
Alright, see you. He gently lowered me to the ground before he walked off quietly, disappearing into the shadows of the dark lobby.
Oh, hi!
Ah, it's Matthew! You're such a sweetheart. They're all kind of sweet. Suddenly, a boy who looked around my age, or possibly younger, bounced up to me. He looked vaguely familiar. Oh, wait. Why aren't you getting by now that you've met all of them? You're Matthew, right?
Mm-hmm, that's me. Are you feeling any better now? We were all worried when you suddenly passed out.
I'm fine.
Really? Your face is kind of red. Do you feel sick?
No, I'm fine. I'm sure of it. I must have been blushing when Damien was carrying me downstairs. How embarrassing.
Well, if you say so. I hope Sam and Eric didn't make you upset.
It's okay. After all, I did hit Sam after what he did. And about Eric, I just wanted you guys to prove to me that you were sane. I suppose incubi are real then. I wonder how exactly I got myself into this mess. First my grandfather, then a fight with my father, blowing up at Lisette, and now this? I certainly had a knack for getting myself into sticky situations.
Oh, I have an idea.
He shoved his hands into my pockets with a cheery grin on his face.
Wait for it.
Is he trying to do magic trick?
Ta-da!
Oh, it's so cute! What is that exactly? He smiled as if it waved off, but when he opened his eyes and saw what he was holding, his face froze in shock.
Wait a second. What did I just make? This is...
What he produced from his pocket was a creepy-looking doll.
Ah, what is that?
I'm not sure. That's so cute. His face pumped considerably, and he dropped it onto the floor, scooting away from it frantically.
Get it away from me! It might be possessed by a demon or something!
What? He is such a sweetheart. Oh, you're precious. But isn't he a demon himself?
That's not what I wanted to make! I just wanted to surprise you with a stuffed animal or just something to cheer you up. That looks like it came straight out of a horror movie.
It's not that bad, Matthew. He slumped his shoulders and looked down at his feet. It's okay. You don't have to look so dejected. I mean, it's certainly unique. I'm gonna keep it.
But it looks so creepy.
It's the thought that counts, right? You wanted to cheer me up after all. I picked up the doll and looked at it closely. Sure, it looked pretty weird at first, but it could be cute if it looked at it from a certain angle. I gave him a small smile. Thanks.
You're welcome. It's good to see you smiling, even though the thing I made still kind of creeps me out. Anyway, you should come with me to the dining room. We're almost finished with the food, and, well, I don't mean to brag, but we're pretty decent chefs.
Sounds great. Lead the way. Something smells good. My stomach rumbles in agreement. I'm starving. Speaking of food, I was thirsty. My stomach rumbled in agreement. I was starving.
Oh, the girl's awake.
Excuse you, I have a name, you know.
Should we really care?
Oh, you cocky little bitch.
Sam, I will roast that tongue for dinner if it doesn't stop flapping in that idiotic mouth of yours.
Shh, whatever.
I like them both. Oh, I like all the boys. I like all the boys.
I apologize for his attitude.
Oh, it's fine.
Good. I hope you'll enjoy the meal we prepared for you.
Meal? For a second, my mind didn't understand what James meant. Maybe it was the doll getting to my head and distracting me. Oh, that's right. Damien and Matthew mentioned they were making dinner as an apology. Oh, wait, you didn't have to.
We insist. Besides, it's quite impossible to undo our cooking, even if you command us to.
All right, well, Thank you. Matthew put down the last of the plates on the table and bowed a bit, exaggeratingly to me, gesturing to the table with a sweeping motion.
There we go. Dinner's all served.
The table was filled with various foods from electric selections of cuisines. One portion of the table was filled with elegantly plated Asian foods, and another portion some yummy-looking desserts. And there were yet more and more plates that I could have possibly imagined. Whoa, that's a lot of food, and it looks so good.
We hope you enjoy it, my sweet.
Oh. I love Eric. I do. I just can't handle when stuff like that gets said to me. Because I become an idiotic, awkward flesh bag. What? Sweet? Me?
That's enough, Eric.
You're no fun, James.
I don't need to be fun, Eric. Miss, please follow me.
I love James. I'm torn between James and Damien. I'm torn. Oh, he's such a gentleman. I didn't know what came over me, whether it was his politeness or maybe his power, but I couldn't help but take his offered arm. James seemed very kind and intelligent, but aside from that, there was something that set him apart from his brothers. Not to mention, he didn't really seem too much appreciation for them.
Miss, I have to ask, why do you live alone?
Oh, well, it's kind of a long story.
I'm all ears if you wish to tell.
Yes. To put it briefly, I just moved here today.
That explains the luggage you brought in when you came through.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to do that. Thanks. This house is really big. I don't think I even explored the entirety of the estate when I was a child.
You lived here before?
No. Truth be told, this was my grandfather's house. I used to visit him all the time when I was younger.
May I ask why you now live in your grandfather's house?
He actually passed away yesterday. It was bequeathed to me in his will, and I was sent to live here, whether I liked it or not.
My condolences. It seems like you don't like the idea of living here.
It's not that I don't like this house, or that I don't have fond memories of being here. It's just the implications that come with staying at this estate. It's kind of complicated to explain.
How do you feel about it?
I certainly wasn't expecting that question, but in a good way. It was different from what I had heard the entire day at school. I appreciated the fact that he was willing to listen. I feel angry, sad, scared, and confused. It's hard picking out the different emotions that I'm feeling right now. I wish I was stronger.
You don't have to be strong.
What do you mean?
I understand that you're going through a difficult time, so it's okay to feel those emotions. You don't have to be strong at all.
Thank you.
Are you all right? There seems to be a small bruise on your cheek.
He caught me off guard with that comment. I thought no one would have noticed something as small as that. Oh, I'm fine. He stopped and leaned in close a bit, too close for comfort, or maybe it was just me. Inspecting my face, he was really quite tall, having to bend over so much to look at me straight in the face. It was hard to look at him, especially when he was so close. After a few seconds, he straightened up and began walking again.
Well, if you're having any problems, I'm always here to listen.
He's such a sweetheart. Oh, I think I'm gonna go for James first. I'm gonna go for James first. That's really kind of you to offer that.
My pleasure. Here's your seat.
Let me get your chair for you, lovely lady.
Oh, Eric was charming and his smile pulled at my heart. The way he kept flirting with me definitely designated him as a charmer of the demons, yet there was a little distant in his eyes.
By the way, I apologize for my behavior earlier. Stealing your second kiss like that.
Huh? Oh yeah, when I didn't believe that they were incubi. It's fine, I guess. I mean, you didn't just get up and grab a kiss for no reason.
I'm not as forward, unlike Sam.
Suddenly, Eric leaned in and whispered in my ear. Oh no.
I won't lie, though.
Oh god.
I enjoyed kissing you and feeling you melt in my arms.
Okay! I was torn between smacking him and trying to play it cool. No, be cool. Just, there's no need to smack, pretty boy. You sure are quite the charmer.
Yes, I am known for that.
As much as I do appreciate the constant compliments, you don't have to keep talking to me like that.
Like what?
He batted his eyelids as if he had no idea what he was talking about. And I couldn't help but laugh. Well, like you're trying to get in my pants half the time.
I can assure you, I'm just a lover of beautiful women.
Something tells me there's more to it than that. For a moment, he looked away, losing a bit of his smile. Before I could question it, though, he turned back to me with a new teasing smile.
Did you want there to be more?
Oh, God. You were normal for just like a half a second. I didn't want to hit him, but I didn't know how to react, so I couldn't look at him. He merely chuckled again in my ear.
Sorry. You just look so cute when you're blushing.
I felt my face heat up simply from his words. I then felt Eric take my hand and kiss it gently.
I hope you'll enjoy dinner, however, my dear.
I drew my attention back to the dishes. I was both intrigued and slightly scared by the amount of food they made. Seeing my Wait, where did they get the food? If the house has been empty and the grandfather died, I mean, wouldn't there not be food in there anymore? Eric leaned forward and proudly smiled, gesturing to all of the dishes with a
I made almost all of the dishes myself.
Humorously enough, Matthew looked at him with a shocked expression. Sorry, this is my cat. She likes to invade on my videos, don't you? Humorously enough, Matthew looked at him with a shocked expression, as if he was betrayed. His face changed instantly to that of a frown.
And I'm the Queen of the Nile.
What's that supposed to mean?
Me, you, and James did the work together, dummy.
It's you, James, and I, Matthew.
Oh my gosh. I love him.
Little boys will always make mistakes.
Matthew looked at James in disbelief, probably for siding with Eric, and he annoyingly swiveled back to Eric to confront him.
I'm not a little boy. I'm barely a year younger than you.
Well, you certainly don't act like it.
I really couldn't help but laugh. Matthew seemed very much like a kid. He was adorable. However, I couldn't help but feel like in a way he was much more mature than the others, especially Eric.
Huh? Is something funny?
No, it's not. It's nothing at all. Thank you for the meal, all of you.
Oh. You're welcome, miss.
Such a well-mannered young lady. Beautiful inside and out.
Eric, knock it off.
In agreement with Matthew, Sam cocked up his head and glared at Eric.
Seriously, you're getting really annoying with that suck-up act.
It was obvious that Sam was the bad boy of the group. He had his big tough act, and it was obvious he was physically stronger than the rest of the guys. But was there more to him than that? We got our yandere, ladies and gentlemen! We got our not yandere. What the fuck? Tsundere. Tsundere. That's our tsundere right there.
I'm just trying to be a gentleman. The young girl has already gone through so much. She deserves a good treatment.
There's a difference between being a gentleman and being an obnoxious flirt.
He's not obnoxious.
Schooled even by James. You're gonna need some cold water for that burn.
Oh my god, Matthew.
By the way, I don't believe we caught your name even though you know each of us.
Oh, I'm Jelena.
It's a pleasure to finally know your name.
Yeah, that's a nice name.
They were all comfortable around me, despite the awkward situation we were in. It was as if it were all for them to be around humans. I guess that was just how Incubi worked. But I'm still curious about one thing. Excuse me. All at once, they looked at me. I didn't know why, but having all of them look at me made me feel kind of important, like a queen or something.
What is it, miss?
I wanted to thank you for the food, but I still want to know why you all came here. I feel like I don't quite understand. Understand? Yeah, like being told that a bunch of incubi randomly appearing in your house was perfectly understandable.
Oh, how do we explain?
We were attacked. We came here to heal. What's so difficult to understand?
Give me the reason why you were attacked.
Now you're just being rude, Sam.
I'm just saying, how is that difficult to understand?
No, I mean, what specifically happened?
Well, you see, we've been traveling around for quite some time now. Just recently we came into town, but we were jumped by this band of misfits. So, in order to escape and heal, we came here for shelter. Again, we apologize for the mess we made.
It's fine, I guess. So, you're all better now, right?
Yup, all thanks to you.
Huh? Me?
You see, beautiful, we feed on sexual energy. But we don't just get it from kissing lovely ladies such as yourself. We can simply touch someone's hand to obtain sexual energy. Everyone carries sexual energy, you know.
I was still in shock about their powers. It wasn't just kisses that gave them power. It was anything physical. No wonder I was out of it for a while. The incubi intrigued me, but at the same time I could almost hear a warning siren go off in my head.
Is there anything else you wish to know?
Well, what do you all plan to do now?
Yeah, what are we gonna do now, James?
That is a very good question. We just got here, and surely we'll be hunted again if we leave.
We can take him easily.
Not without more training, Sam. The result of that was clearly evident in our last encounter with them.
At that moment, I didn't know what came over me, but I suddenly felt sorry for them. They couldn't possibly survive out there if they didn't know it was illegal to break into people's homes. They probably didn't know a bunch of other stuff. They probably would cause chaos all over town. Or, on the flip side, they could be taken in for questioning and be poked and prodded like flab frogs for research. That was even worse. But most of all, they reminded me of back then. I was sitting alone. The entire classroom was filled with laughter and chatter, but I stood in the midst of it and quite alone. It was strange seeing the whole world pass in front of me with such vibrancy, all the while I stood there. On the plus side, I was engaged in any of the drama that might have arisen, like scribbling on someone's paper for revenge or kicking someone too hard. It was kind of nice just standing back and watching things pass by and life go on. I had long before convinced myself that I preferred being alone. I often said to myself in encouragement, yeah, I want to be alone. There's no one I like better than me, so I had to spend more time with myself. But there was a certain bitterness that coupled with being alone made me feel so sad. There was a difference between being alone and lonely. I just didn't realize it at the moment. And even after that moment, my father, my mother, there was no one to turn to. I was so lonely. That's when I decided on it right then. I was going to see my grandfather. I didn't care if my father wouldn't take me. I was going to walk my way over there and see what he had to say about it. I've never met seen him before that. What better time to see him then? If no one else was going to help me with what I was feeling, I might as well have turned to him. So after school I decided to walk there. I had no idea how to get there, and I was armed with only a scrap of paper with the address scribbled on it as a 7-year-old. You were 7? My mom would have killed me if I walked alone the streets in New York by myself at 7. I obviously had great ideas. I soon became lost, and like I always did when I felt lost, I just stood there on the sidewalk, back pressed up against the wall and eyes looking at the strangers passing by. And like always, people continued to pass by and life continued to go on. I was sadder than ever. I had ended up in the situation I was originally in. Nothing had changed. I thought that I was silly for thinking that I could change things with my own hands. That was until the voice brought me back to reality.
Hun, is that you?
Back to reality. Oops, there goes gravity. Jelena, is that you? I looked up and saw an unfamiliar face, but it was obvious that whoever was talking to me knew who I was. For the moment, things began to change. My life began moving its rusty joints, and I realized that things were moving along. Suddenly, I had become part of the crowd that moved like a blur past me, and was no longer someone who stood still and watched others hurry past me. Life had changed. I had changed. Because the very person who found me that day was my grandfather. I had the opportunity to help them, though would I? I wanted to, but I wasn't sure if that was the best idea. After all, 5 demons in my house wasn't exactly the living arrangement that I had imagined when I first moved in. There was a matter of making sure no one found out about their powers. Thinking about them as lab rats made my stomach quease. And even if they passed for humans, how would I explain having guys living in my house? Imagine if my friends came over. They would practically think I was part of a harem or something. Oh God, imagine if my parents came over. I think my mom would faint. Who knows what my dad would do? I think he would have him arrested on the spot. This was hard. Maybe I should have written out a pro and con list before actually having to make the decision.
Don't worry too much about it. You have plenty of time to decide. Besides, you should do what makes you happy as well.
Ghost grandfather. Boo. Boo. spooky house. It was strange that I happened to remember what my grandfather said to me when I was little, but it did kind of make sense. They weren't in the same exact situation that I was in before, but I did want to help them out. I think it would ease my conscience and also make me a bit happy to give them help, as weird as that sounded. Clenching my hands into fists, I strengthened my resolve to speak up. Well, you could.
What was that, lovely lady?
That is,
Spit it out already.
you could stay with me here if you'd like. As soon as I finished my sentence, the room began still. I'm not sure what went through their heads from my words. The silence in the air cut like a knife until I finally spoke up once more. It seemed like you all needed a place to stay, and, well, I just moved into this giant house, so it seemed like it made sense. I was still quiet in the room. I decided to keep talking. If you would like to stay here, though, there are 2 things that I need all of you to follow.
Yes?
First of all, you can't use your powers or deliberately do something that might harm me or any guest that comes over. Well, save for enemies, but you get the drift.
That sounds reasonable.
Second, you have to help me with any
That
errands.
is a generous offer, miss. Are you sure that would be okay? We don't wish to burden you any more than we already have.
That's all right, really. I mean, I just started living here myself, so I would appreciate some help around the house.
A wonderful idea. We'll live here and train while helping you with the house. Servants for the lovely princess.
What? Are you serious?
Shh, be quiet, Sam. I haven't slept in a bed for days.
They all seemed to like the idea, except for Sam. And hey, I didn't really hate the idea either, even if they were incubi. It would be interesting having 5 guys help me with taking care of the house, given they would follow the rules that I had just laid down.
Grr, fine, but we're not staying here forever. Only until we can beat up that group of punks.
I think that is a reasonable time limit for our stay.
Yes, this is awesome.
Also beautiful. If you need a bedfellow.
Eric, knock it off.
I was happy they agreed. Maybe it was because I wasn't going to be lonely for a while. Maybe it was because they all needed help and my want to help people was fulfilled. I would never be sure.
So what are we waiting for? Let's celebrate and dig in.
Finally, I'm starving.
Instantly, Matthew and Sam began to stuff themselves with food on the table. I noticed Jim's eye twitching in irritation, so I stifled my incoming laugh.
Really, you two? You're both acting like pigs.
Oh, let them have a little freedom, James. It's not like we've eaten recently either. I'm sure they've been starving.
Still, that's no excuse for stuffing their faces like backyard swine.
Oh my gosh, James. Lay in the smack. I almost couldn't hold it in. I couldn't hold in my laughter anymore. As I laughed, Matthew and Sam looked my way. Face
Is
up.
something funny?
What are you laughing at?
I stopped to catch my breath. I leaned over the table and took a few breaths before replying. You both are so funny. And, oh, Matthew! Both of their faces turned a slight pink before they looked away from me, and they swallowed the food in their mouths.
Shut up! We're not funny. We're hungry.
Well, we're glad that we made you laugh.
Shut up, Matthew!
What? I'm just saying.
See, James, it's entertainment for her.
They were funny to me. At least they enjoyed the food. As I watched, I took a couple of pieces of my food myself and placed them on the plate before eating as well. Eventually, we all ate dinner together. It was strange, eating with just guys, but they were enjoyable to be around. They made me feel like a part of their family. As we ate together, however, our peace soon was disturbed. Oh no! It's back! Hello?
Hey, honey, how are you? I'm sorry I didn't get to see you off.
Hi, Mom. Everything's fine. I'm actually eating dinner right now.
Oh, good, good. So there was food there. Well, your father wanted me to call and talk to you about having a house party tomorrow night.
What?
To celebrate the new house and all.
I just moved in! Why? Why a big house? Who's gonna be there? A house party? Tomorrow night? So soon?
Your father insists. You know how he is with events.
I knew exactly what she meant. He didn't like long and relaxing periods between important events. It was slightly messed up. I was expecting to act on the drop of a dime, from moving immediately the day after funeral to my grandfather's house to now organizing a party. I know, well, since I don't exactly have you two here to help me arrange it, I'm going to need some time to prepare things.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, Suzu and Naomi can help. I have work, and you know how your father is.
I know, I have to do it myself, he won't help.
I'm sure it'll be amazing, honey. I have faith in you.
Thanks, Mom.
All right, I gotta go. I love you, sweetie.
Love you too, Mom. Great. Now how am I going to do this?
Is something wrong?
She has to organize a house party for her parents.
Huh? How did you... Oh, right, my dream. But yeah, I gotta do it sooner, my parents will be really disappointed. I'll have to stay up and organize everything tonight.
Hey, why don't we help you? That's what we're here for, right?
I don't see why not.
I can name a few reasons why we shouldn't.
Sam?
Back off!
We'll take care of everything, miss. Just leave everything to us.
That was surprising. I didn't think the boys would offer help right off the bat. I couldn't help but smile. I was actually rather thankful now that I let them stay. Now I didn't have to do everything alone. As I kept thinking about it, I couldn't help but yawn.
Feeling a little tired over there, princess?
Yeah, it's been a long day. At least tomorrow the weekend so I can sleep in. Then it hit me. Wait, where are all you going to sleep?
We found some guest rooms on the opposite end of the house from the master bedroom. I'm sure those will do just fine.
Oh, got it. Alright then, I'm heading to my room to study and sleep. I guess I'll see you all tomorrow?
Have a good night.
I will. You too. With that, I left the dining room and went to my room. And this will be the part 2. This is going to be the ending. So, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm actually going to see how all of that's going to happen with James. So, this is going to be James's route first. So, if you guys stick around and like and subscribe and do all that fun stuff, and I hope to see you guys later.